Have no announcements. Consent agenda, item 1, review the previous meeting memorandum. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
To approve.
Motion by Sassoon. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Bill. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you. Moving on to item 3B in the consent agenda, R081726, authorizing transfer of funds.
So this is kind of our standard transfer that you guys see monthly. The biggest is, again, related to purchase of capital assets. So we're really making departments get better at being like, this is a capital asset that needs to go on the accrual financial statements, as opposed to previously they budget them a lot in supplies, or if they're doing a service in professional services. So that's why you continually see those. And part of that is just continued education of what constitutes capital assets. But biggest one is really water quality, of course, again, as they move through some things, but nothing, it's all budgeted just in kind of a different category, usually supplies. To answer any questions.
Any questions for Lisa? The motion recommended for approval for Monday night's council meeting, please.
So moved.
Motion by John. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Lucia. All those favors, please say aye.
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 Moving on to resolutions, item 4A, R081726A.
All right, I'm gonna talk about A and B together because they're related. So these are both to appropriate additional funding. One is public safety funds, which is PSAP. So if you guys recall, there's that 0.1%. We usually send to the county, get reimbursed. A couple years ago, they gave us a one-time distribution of funds. We drew that down with some improvements that were made in the PD. So it's had a really lingering minor balance of about 42,100. What you see there, PD is in the process of revamping the ICAC space. So this additional appropriation and the item below it for the criminal investigation funds are going to kind of streamline, modernize, and kind of redo that space over there as that area continues to evolve, and just to make them obviously do the best job that they can. So that's what these are for. Happy to answer any questions on those too.
Any questions on item I or item B? We'll do these one at a time. Do I have a motion to approve item 4A?
So moved.
Motion by Bill. Do I have a second?
Second.
Donald, second. Do all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve item 4B?
Motion.
Motion by Sassoon. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by John. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you. Moving on to item C, R081726C.
So this is also an additional appropriation. This is for sewer operating. This is to complete a number of restroom facilities, predominantly at Fishers and HSC. So it gets, I believe, 4 ADA unisex like restrooms at each location. So this is to get that out there for the public. So there's not really adequate restroom facilities there right now. So this will kind of be all year round facilities for the public at those two locations. Happy to answer any questions. Ooh, the additional appropriations 1.1. I'm trying to think between the two. What?
Between both high schools?
Yes, between both.
How many restaurants?
8.
It's each facility has 4 restrooms, so it's a total of 8 restrooms, and they're year round, so will be winterized at both locations. So it's at the locations where it's expensive for restrooms now, right?
Yeah.
It's at the locations where we're doing the field upgrades. So the plateau at HSE High School and then Fishers High School on the east side there. So it's to allow for year round use for folks that are using those facilities.
I don't have anything out there now, and I think ADA compliant makes perfect sense. So-
Correct. It's a hike to get to restroom facilities at those locations right now.
Well, with the new, probably with the field utilization,
Exactly.
that's probably the big driver, I'm guessing.
It's good to have them right there.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
good.
everybody
See
uses
this?
one for Bud Side and
Yeah.
Exactly.
I do. So when you're doing this, because I know we have a ADA plan to look at our spaces and everything. And so would we have like an adult changing area, like a bigger stall for anyone like with a wheelchair or scooter. Because I know we've been doing that, incorporating
Yeah.
those in all our public spaces, and also the push buttons to access into the restroom or something, because a lot of these spaces.
Push button. I'm fairly confident that all 4 restrooms are unisex and they're all ADA compliant. They're all large enough for wheelchair accessible folks, but I'll follow up on the push button. I don't know that answer off the top of my head.
And then, adult changing, I mean, that's the other thing, is that people have been, and it's been great, because in case you do have
Yeah, for sure.
an adult person that you need to change for whatever reason, and to bring, you're able to do that. So we've been adding those as we go, so just checking on.
Yeah, I from the description I saw, it was kind of very, very high up there, which is just it's the ADA and the unisex part of it, so we can confirm what else it may have.
Could we also, Elliot, maybe have Jennifer Skolsky kind of weigh in on it? If we're gonna spend the money, I just don't wanna be like, we should have done this or X, Y, Z, but just someone that could be like, you know what, this is the way it should be.
Yep, and we've had Jennifer consult for us on the event center, the community center a number of times. So she's been a great partner for us. So I'll follow up with the public works team to make sure that we're doing that.
Okay, thanks.
That kind of money.
I have a question,
Go ahead, Bill.
Chairman. Just for clarity, Lisa, is this part of the original agreement to give money to the high schools, or when we took over this program, or is this new money?
So this is in excess of the money that we originally discussed and appropriated was for the field use. And as we've gone into, we want to make sure that there are, I think, trails and ability to get to those facilities easily. And then also now we're recognizing that nearby restrooms is appropriate for our residents as well. So new money is the short answer.
And the amount again is how much?
Total additional appropriation is 1.1, rough. It's 1.1, and that is related to, and that is the all-in encompassing cost for both of
And
them.
where are we taking the money from?
It's the sewer operating as they're going out for the restrooms, yes.
Any other questions? Motion recommend for approval.
So moved.
Motion by John, do I have a second?
Second?
Second by Cecile. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Moving on to regular items. Any other unfinished or new business?
So, not new business, but just as a reminder, you guys probably all should have gotten the calendar invite for August 27th at 8:30 for the high level budget discussion. And then we are following up on September 2nd with the departmental budgets. Those are both at 8:30. If you didn't get those, let me know. I can resend those, but we'll hit that. We've kind of, as we talked about in the budget cadence, started kind of the discussions on the budget for 2027, looking at where that is. We don't really get the certified lit numbers till very early next week, so we'll have a better idea. But that is kind of the cadence we're looking at to keep, to be ready for public hearing in September, but kind of giving everybody time to weigh in as we move through things. So.
And the location, I'm sorry, it was kind of confusing. It's not a Teams meeting, it's an in-person.
It's an in-person
Here,
meeting.
yes.
I put the Teams meeting on there in case anyone had to be virtual, but it will be here
Okay.
in the Nickel Plate conference room.
Thanks.
So I will update that because, okay, the Nickel Plate conference room is on as an invitee, but the location says Microsoft Teams. So I'll update. I'll change that for everybody too. Thank you. Yep. But yeah, I know last time we had some people that had to call in or be virtual, so I wanted to make sure I left the Teams on there for everyone. But yeah, so on the high level, we'll have Mike Roeder, our fiscal consultant, in kind of walk through, obviously, big picture of everything. And then on the departments, kind of get a little bit more into the nitty gritty of what this will look like. Plan to have kind of our standard groups here, the health department, public works, engineering on the road front, the community center will be here, parks will be here, police and fire is kind of who we're looking at, that to have for those. They'll be here to kind of answer any questions and tell you a little bit about what they're looking for as they go into 2027.
One question, is there any way we can look at year-to-date, where we are year-to-date, as far as and what we project out for the rest of the year? Do you have any sense what there'll be potentially, are we gonna spend everything we've appropriated, or is gonna be a surplus left over?
Yeah, we can look at that. There's two school ways to do that. One is we do update the fiscal plan. So when we look at the fiscal plan for kind of the high level, 2026 will be what we think things are. So it'll have kind of based on 630 where we are, and then an estimated expense, or we can kind of do at where we are at 630 from the actual munis. And probably the easier way is to look at the fiscal plan and see, and I can kind of just compare. So what I do is usually run through and say, here's what was budgeted, and then here's the changes. So that includes changes to revenue assumptions, and then also on the expense side. So I kind of match up the budget you saw at the end of last year that you approved, and then here's the new, as we go into here, here's what now 2026 looks like and what those changes are. So I can do those together. I think that's probably the quicker, better, easier picture, if that works for everybody. So that they will match up to fiscal plan to fiscal plan.
So I like to compare what we've done, what we
Versus-
budgeted, what we planned for, and what
Yeah.
actual is.
Yeah.
Is there any surplus left over? And
Yeah, what that-
Again, we're supposed to be an entrepreneurial city, but see how entrepreneurial these department heads are, spending their money.
Yeah, so we, we kind of do that, or we've got project the unused appropriation in there and kind of that stuff. So, and I can put that together as we walk through, but I think that'll be, and that's why I was like, I never throw away a fiscal or get rid of anything. So I have my fiscal plan from when we adopted, and then we'll based on kind of where we are trending this year, which will be, interesting as we've gotten through with building permits and some of that kind of stuff. So the version of the fiscal plan that you'll see for the 27 budget has updated assumptions based on 26 also.
Well, lastly, I didn't say, now I'll congratulate you.
So,
Get another unqualified opinion.
yes. So yes, we did
Great
wrap
job,
up.
and
Yes.
I'll read through what you sent me
Me.
tonight.
Yeah, so if you want to read all 300 plus pages, and I'll send that out to the group also, and we'll post that out there if it is posted on like State Board of Accounts. So
We've done an outstanding job, the financial side of the operations of the city. We've had an unqualified opinion every single year that we've done this. I don't think very many other communities have that mark, that positive mark on the financial performance. So great job.
thank you. So we'll get that out and moving, but yeah, I'll send that light reading out to everyone who loves to read it. But yes, so when you look through it, just as a reminder, when you look through this is an accrual basis, so it is substantially different from what you would look at on our cash basis financial statements.
It's a cool world.
It's an accrual world out there, and it is a pretty significant difference on those. So
Any other questions for Lisa?
What is part of it too, would there be like an event center update? Is that just part of the package or?
Yeah, so the event center comes to Town Hall Building Corps quarterly to provide financial updates to that group. I'm happy to have them come into the
I
finance
just, I
committee.
didn't know if that was part of it.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, we're responsible for essentially an $11 million debt service payment for another 38 years, so that's a huge component to it. But we got those, various revenue streams that we feel really confident, pretty diversified. But yeah, happy to talk to that in more detail.
Well, I just was curious.
yeah, and then there is a page 2 on that report I send you guys monthly. There is the Economic Development Fund, which is essentially our city fund that operates kind of our arm for what's all event center related. And obviously ASM has their end, but that's kind of where you'll see the debt service payments and kind of those revenue streams that Elliot's referencing to on that one.
Anything else? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
We're adjourned. Have a great rest of the week. See you all next.